Live from J. David Ramsey Stadium on the campus of Bear River High School. Touchdown Productions, celebrating 21 years of local high school sports excellence, is proud to present Bear River Bruin football. Tonight, in week 3 of the PVL season, your 1-1 Bear River Bruins take on the 0-2 Colfax Falcons. There's only 3 weeks left in the 2017 season with the playoffs on the horizon, and all the action starts right here, right now. It's your NorCal Game of the Week. The Bear River Bruins come home for the first of 2 huge home contests which will decide the league title and the playoff picture. Tonight, it's their perennial rival, Colfax Falcons. Good evening, football fans. This is Marty Mortensen, the voice of Bear River football. Joining me once again is my broadcasting partner, Paul Brown. Our producer and camera operator is Gilbert M. Dominguez, and we are all in place on a chilly fall evening for tonight's big game. Paul, both of these teams were undefeated at 5-0 only 2 weeks ago.
That's right. That was 2 weeks ago, Marty, and it's been a wild ride in the PVL ever since then. The Bruins had to come from behind for their first win and last week after dropping the opener to Lincoln. You were at that game. Why don't you give us a breakdown of what happened in that fourth quarter?
Well, it was a defensive struggle. The Bruins took their opening drive and went down and scored on their first possession. Foothill came back, tied the score, and then went ahead and missed the extra point, and it was 13-7. And then at the start of the fourth quarter, Bear River had the ball first and goal on the 6-yard line. And once again, they handed the ball off to the fullback, Austin Bays, and he ran in for his second touchdown of the game.
Ever dependable Austin Bays, huh, Marty?
Yeah, and then Alex Bond came in, our Bear River's kicker, and ended up making that extra point. And 14-13, and Bear River held on for the rest of the game on defense, and that was it.
Which brings us to the big game tonight, Marty. You know, and as for this Colfax team, we have done 2 games back-to-back with Colfax. This is our third. And let me tell you something, Marty, you haven't been at those games. This is one excellent football team. You will see he will be excellent skill players on defense. Mason Aarons and Ryland Hyman. The quarterback, Hyman, is a gunslinger. This is a really good football team, Marty. 6'3", they'll score 160-pound senior, they will. Accurate passer. 35 points. This guy's, I'll tell you, Marty, any other year tonight, this Colfax Falcons team is going to have swept the really fine game tonight. But they were given 2 nasty losses back-to-back. The first one came when Lincoln, the first one actually came when Placer took them, being beat down by 3 touchdowns and overtook them in the fourth quarter. The second,
on 5
last
Bear River
week,
had 5
we
turnovers.
saw Placer, but Placer again in the fourth quarter overtook the Colfax Falcons.
So it's a must-win situation tonight for both teams as we head into the final weeks of the football season, and we have a classic game in store for you tonight. It's time now for us to step aside for 30 seconds, and when we return, we'll have the Are You Outside pregame show where we'll go over all the league standings and take a look at the playoff picture for all these local teams. Then we'll get ready for the kickoff. You're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River football on the NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
With nearly 30 years of proudly serving our community, Auburn Toyota is expanding to offer more new Toyota inventory than ever before. Chances are we have the exact Toyota model you want, ready for you to drive home today. With many years of combined sales experience and hundreds of new Toyota cars, trucks, 4x4s, and SUVs, now is the perfect time to buy at Auburn Toyota. Come see why for generations Foothill Toyota buyers buy from Auburn Toyota, which is why we like to say Auburn Toyota is the place where the customers come back.
Welcome back to J. David Ramsey Stadium. Marty Mortensen along with Paul Brown. And Paul, let's take a look at the outside the pregame show, and first take a look at the Sfl standings.
Okay, Sierra Football League, you see on your screen there. Oak Ridge 3-0, Folsom 4-0, Rockland 2-1. Those are the big leaders in the SFL this year. Clearly, Folsom scoring a lot of points, 186 points. Overall, win and losses, they're 8-0 for the season. Who's going to touch them? I got no clue. The big game will be when Oak Ridge plays Folsom in a couple of weeks. Rockland 2-1, Granite Bay 1-2, Wood Creek 1-2, Del Oro 1-3, which is surprising, and then we have our Nevada Union Miners at 0-4. Let's move over, Marty. Give us a look at the PVL.
All right, in the Pioneer Valley League this year, it's really tight. The Placer High School with 2-0, overall 6-1. Lincoln at 2-0, overall 6-1. Bear River 1-1 with an overall record of 6-1. Then followed by Center at 1-1, Foothill 0-2, and Colfax 0-2. So that's your PVL standing, and let's go ahead and take a look at the playoff picture, Paul.
Why don't you start with Bear River, Marty? We're talking about the PVL.
All right, after missing the postseason a year ago, the Bruins are back knocking on the playoff door. But despite their fine overall 6-1 record, the Bruins still must get past Colfax tonight, or Placer next week, or Center for just one more league victory to become eligible for the playoffs. If they do that, the Bruins will land in a potential loaded Division V bracket and possibly could include Sonora, Calaveras, Capital Christian, and Modesto Christian.
Wow, if they were to hit that bunch, that would be some hard sledding, Marty. Let's talk about this Colfax Falcons team we're about ready to see. They're 5-2 in league, or they're 5-2 overall, 0-2 in league, and it's real simple for the Falcons. They need to win 2 of their final 3 games. Tonight against Bear River would be a good start for the Falcons. Then they'll have Center, and then they'll have Foothill. They got to win a couple of those games if they're going to have any chance to be in the playoffs. A record of 8-2 or 7-3 could earn them a Division V, and that would leave the Falcons maybe with even a home game. So we'll have to see how they go. Like I said, Marty, if I had to pick one of the 2 teams tonight, and I'm not going to choose a favorite, I think the Falcons, with their high-octane offense, will be a lot for the Bear River Bruins tonight. The Hillmen are eligible with 2 league wins and 6 overall total victories. So from here on out, the team's final 3 games, Foothill, Bear River, and Lincoln, can be used to either enhance or deter the Hillmen's playoff seeding. 2 schools to keep an eye on that are hovering just above the Division IV are American Canyon and Manteca. If American Canyon and Manteca end up in Division III, the Hillmen would be a heavy favorite to bring home a section title for the first time since 1981. We're going to watch the Hillmen very closely this year, and good luck to them. We've also got some very excellent stats, Marty, and we have an excellent statistician here. Patrick Austin has joined us. And Patrick, talk briefly tonight about what's happening with Colfax. I know you've made some details about passing yards and rushing yards. What's happening with Colfax?
Colfax is very powerful on offense. They're averaging over 216 yards a game passing, over almost 15 yards per play for passing, 17 passing touchdowns. Rushing, they are on fire. They're putting over 218 yards a game thanks to the running back Aarons, who's just having a great year. He's got over 850 yards for the season right now and taking over 10.5 yards per carry.
What about scoring for Colfax?
Scoring, Colfax is getting over 38 points per game. They've got a total of 269 points. It's putting a great amount of points on the board. Unfortunately, they've dropped the last 2 games, but they've been very close, high-scoring games. They've had 3 shutouts already this season, but their last 2 losses, they've put up 77 points to the other team.
You've also got some stats on Hyman, Aarons, and Reeves. Why don't you tell us about them?
Hyman's having a great season. He's made over 75% of his completions on his passes, mainly throwing to his number 1 wideout, Reeves, who's got 345 yards and 3 touchdowns on the season. The main guy to watch tonight is number 5, Aarons. Again, he's got over 850 yards rushing, 10.6 yards per carry, and 10 touchdowns rushing. He's also the 3rd top receiver on the team with 309 yards.
And they do like to throw the ball, Marty. When you see how often they throw the ball, it is a classic West Coast offense. 8, 9, 10 yards passes over the middle. They pass like they do run. So you'll see tonight that these guys, they're truly gunslingers.
Looking forward to that, Paul. Although the Bear River defense secondary is nothing to complain about. So they've got some great players out there on defense. You got Carpenter, and he's got 10 tackles against Foothill last week, and 54 tackles total So he's been doing a heck of a job tonight. And also look for Davis. He's got 4 sacks, the sack leader here on Bear River.
So you're thinking that they may possibly put some pressure on Hyman tonight. That would be what they need to do if they're going to keep this offense off the field. And
a couple of things, too, were different changes in plan here for the offense for Bear River tonight, as Garrett Pratt, number 18, will be on the bench tonight. He came down this week with bronchitis and very contagious, and fortunately he didn't give any of the other Bruins the disease, and so he's not playing this week. And so that makes Caden Alberg normally a right tackle on offense and defense. He's going to be wearing a new jersey tonight, and it will be number 13. He'll be doing the tight end chores. And also we got to mention about Stephen Taylor, who last week, 2 weeks ago, went out, did a big cut and tore his ACL. They found out that this week. So he's a senior. He was leading the team in yardage and touchdown. And great defensive player also, and he's out for the rest of the season. So they're really missed Stephen Taylor, and they have to now change their entire offensive look in the backfield.
Well, you're getting a look there at Hyman here. He's warming up here, number 5, as you watch him walk to the sidelines. He is about 6'4", 6'5", 175 pounds, it says here on the program. I think he's bigger than that, but he is one fine quarterback. And then the other one to watch, we've been talking about him, that's Mason Aarons. And Marty, you and I have been doing these games for 8 or 9 years now, and I rarely say this, but he's one of the best backs I have ever seen in high school. He has a way of not only accelerating when he needs to, but he can find a hole. Very intelligent runner, inside or outside, but he can make the very quick moves and make those decisions quickly. So you watch him tonight and see if you agree with me.
All right, I'll take a look at that. And also, Colfax over the years has always had great backs. I mean, every year they seem, I don't know where they find them, whether they recruit them, bring them up to the Colfax area or what, but they have some great backs every year.
It's
and this
something
year,
they put in the water, you know.
It's got to be up there. and so they definitely are always backloaded, and they have put together some fine programs over the years.
You know, on the Bear River side, Marty, who are their outstanding players? I know we've talked about Bays year after year after year. He's still number 29. Now he's a senior. Is he as dominant as he was as a junior? Yeah,
well, they've been limiting him to duty because of his shoulder. He had a shoulder surgery over the last winter, and but now he's been pressed into action. He's leading the team now with touchdowns because, like I say, he got 2 last week, and so he's running in the fullback slot and picking up some big yardage. He's still one tough runner, and they've got him on defense, and he's a linebacker, and really something. Next week, his younger brother, it was he's unbelievable. This young kid. And Bays' younger brother will be also as a linebacker next week. So they're looking forward to getting him back in the lineup. And then you also got to talk about Luke Baggett, the quarterback. And he came over from Colfax. And Colfax never did get over that. and his dad, Jeff Baggett, has been coaching. Was a coach at Colfax for, I think, 8 years. And now he's coaching here at Bear River, calling the offensive plays.
Oh, wow.
And so there's a lot of kind of bad blood between these two teams this year. And so it's going to be an exciting game tonight, I think, Paul.
It will be, Marty. I'm looking forward to it. And, you know, this crosstown rivalry always brings a lot of fans. The stands will be full tonight, and there'll be a great football game in the field. So with that, Marty, we'll go to break here. Next up, the kickoff here. Bear River versus Colfax. This is your NorCal Game of the Week, touchdownproductions.com. We'll see you at kickoff.
SPD Markets reminds you to always shop local in Grass Valley and Nevada City for the freshest local produce in town. This week, stock up on T-bone steak, pork tenderloin, and boneless, skinless thighs. And the SPD butchers are now accepting orders for your holiday meal. You'll see real savings on hundreds of products throughout the store every week. So shop SPD Markets where your neighbors shop in Nevada City and Grass Valley.
Welcome back to J. David Ramsey Stadium. Marty Mortensen along with Paul Brown, Gil Dominguez, Patrick Austin saying it's kickoff time. Big game for both teams here tonight. And doing the kickoff for Bear River will be number 1, Austin Bond. And back to receive. Paul, who do we got?
Number 10, that's Colton Reeves on the left. He usually gets the ball.
A little squibber. Looks like he slipped a little bit. The ball's taken at about the 15-yard line, coming up the middle and going to the outside. Bear River covers it. They've got a whole slew of players in there on that. Number 34 for the Bruins was Hunter Daniels. So the Falcons now come out 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line.
And Marty, if the game plan stands the same as it's been the last couple of weeks, they will start with short, accurate passes, 8 to 10 yards.
Come back in shotgun formation, looking a quick pass and then stopped in there. And you called it, Paul.
It's Colton Reeves, number 10.
Reeves on the reception, brought down, looks like in there by Baggett. And
one thing about Ryland Hyman, the quarterback, he likes a lot of receivers. He's got 4 or 5 excellent targets.
They're going to have to, Bear River will have to put some pressure on. There's a handoff right up the middle. Big hole, runs over a couple of Bear River defenders, brought down in there by Luke Baggett. Came up from his safety position and knocked him down. Wow, he just ran over somebody. I couldn't see the number on that, but what a runner.
That was Aaron's first carry tonight, Mason Aaron's.
So the Falcons' first series on the move. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers out in the pattern, looking for a quick pass. And being chased, they got a screen pass set up, coming up and making the stop for a short game. Aaron's Moronic and Baggett in on the tackle. That'll be a short gain.
Also in there, Travis Carpenter, number 53, had something to do with that stop. They're going to have to really practice their tackling tonight. Aaron's is tough to bring down.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and about 7. Quick pass, big rush, got a big hole coming up now and being knocked down, looked close to the 1st down.
That's Hyman.
And that was Cundy on the tackle.
Aaron's faked, then helped with the backfield blocking. Hyman getting about 7 yards. He's got 1 yard to go for the first.
So this will be 3rd down and about 2. Has a quick handoff. No, he does hand it off, and he doesn't make it. Bear River comes up and stops that.
Flag on the play.
Oh, there's a flag?
Maybe a half-yard pickup.
Let's see what they call here.
Alberg, Becker, and Moore in on the tackle.
It looks like it's going to be on Colfax.
Let's see if they're going to step it off against Colfax. So they'll probably put him in a 3rd down passing formation. 5-yard penalty for illegal formation.
Penalty against the Falcons.
So it'll be 3rd down now and about 7.
Passing situation, but they can run from out of any formation, Paul.
Keep your eye on number 21 out here, Max Wolf, wide receiver.
Big rush, and a quick pass out in the flat. It's caught for a 1st down and more. And number 10, Colton Reeves on the reception, brought down by Baggett and Moronic. No, Moronic, that was Calder. Now, classic out pattern. Colton is an excellent route runner. That off the defender. And as you can see at the instant replay,
30-yard line. First one there was 50, Hayden Becker.
That's
Becker in on the tackle.
Mason Aarons.
Aarons, the ball carrier, picked up maybe a yard. Looks like 2 yards on the carry. Looking to pass. Quick over the middle, and it's dropped. It was intended for number 17, it looked like. No,
that was
27.
Number 10, Colton Reeves.
Oh, Reeves, okay.
Brings up another third down and long, Marty. Third down and about 7.
Third down and 8.
They're calling it 8 yards up top.
Got to go with Brian Hudson. He usually gets that right, so it is third down and 8. Shotgun formation again, 3 receivers in the pattern. And it's going to be a fake handoff, and he's going to be looking downfield into the end zone, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown. Colfax is going to get it, and they're going to, and that was Jake Green on their first drive, a big touchdown pass, and one big. Good. 24, that is Alex Weir. So a quick 7-0 lead by Colfax with 8:28 left to go in his first quarter. They just marched right down the field on some big third down conversions. And now let's remind you that you're watching Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
It's time for Dollar Days at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center, with special deals that really stretch your dollar no matter how much you spend. Whether it's $3, $4, $5 or more, B&C helps you stock up on everything that you need. Serving Nevada County, it's B&C True Value Home and Garden Center, where behind every project is a true value.
Welcome back to J. David Ramsey Stadium. Quick score by the Colfax Falcons on a pass to Green in the end zone for a big touchdown, 7-0 Colfax, and now the kickoff. Back to receiver Moronic. That's a short kick, and it's going to go out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Wow, it looks like he must have slipped on that. That was number 24, Alex Weir.
Yeah, that was what they call a shank in golf, Marty. I think it got on the side of his foot. It didn't hardly go 10 yards, but I think it went out of bounds about the 40-yard line. It will give great field position to the Bruins.
Let's see where they're going to spot it. They're going to have them kick it again. No, let's see what they say.
Yeah, they're lining up the kick again. So it must not have gone 10 yards, I guess. They're just going to assess a penalty.
They'll move it back 5 yards. So Moronic and Cundy back to receive on their own 15-yard line. Let's see if Weir can keep his footing this time. Bear River fans cheering him on, and there's going to be another short kick, and who's going to take this one? Let's see who got it. It was fumbled, and Bear River came up with it. Boy, they were lucky on that one.
Bounced right off his chest, Marty. Let's see who that is. That's number 34 for Bear River.
Hunter Daniels came up and saved that one.
Fair enough.
All right, the Bear River will have it on the good field positions. It'll be on their own 37. So here come the Bruins on offense. Let's see if they can get something started there. Last week they took the opening drive and went on down and scored. Let's see what they can do this week. Shotgun formation, no backs in the backfield, and that is in motion was Zimmer, and maybe picked up a yard.
Yeah, if that, maybe even backwards a bit. It's hard to say. No, about a yard.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 9. Luke Baggett comes to the sideline to get the play. In motion, and that's a handoff. That is Austin Bays, and he drives for about 7 yards. Big gain in there, and that'll bring up 3rd down and about 4.
You know, Bays has always amazed me. He's so strong. The guy has great presence of mind, but he keeps driving his legs, and he just rolls over people. He has since he was a sophomore.
Well, big 3rd down conversion for the. There's Calder, and he hands it off over the right side. He's got some blockers down the sideline. He can go. He's down all the way into Colfax territory, down to about the 30-yard line of Colfax. Boy, he turned that corner. He's got some great speed, Paul.
He really did, and he cut that corner, found a little room, and you'll see the replay here, broke one tackle and just kept finding a little room down the sideline, finally going out of bounds at about the 34-yard line.
And one of the things, too, Paul, is he almost got tackled in the backfield, but he was able to outmaneuver the defender. I didn't see who it was, but he ran around and down the sideline. Big gain. There's Bays on the handoff, cuts it up the middle. He's got some hole. He's down this all the way on down to the 20-yard line. Austin Bays. 1st down.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bear River Bruins are doing it on the ground, certainly, finding some holes there and exploiting this defensive line by the Falcons.
All right, Austin comes back to the sideline, and now Moronic comes in with Baggett, 1st and 10. In motion, and it's going to be a keeper by, he's still on his feet, that's Baggett, but he's not going to get very much as they try to gang tackle him. That was number 57 on the tackle. That was Parker Sullivan, and number 58, Jacob Leahy.
Baggett that time just got behind Bays and just tried to push the pile forward once he made contact. Good for about 3 yards. Never was really enough room there, Marty, for him to break out into open field.
No. Colfax closed on that play very quickly. All right. There's a handoff, trying to do that same play. Calder sidesteps, picks up some extra yardage as he sidesteps past the defender.
That's Stephen Taylor, number 22.
No, that was Calder, number 23. Taylor, unfortunately, has got the same. They look the same, but he tore his ACL 2 weeks ago. So he's there. He's right on the sideline there with the Bear River jacket on. So it's unfortunate. He really wishes he was out there.
About 4 yards to go.
Well, I'm glad I miscalled his name. Give him some props on the sideline.
Right, there you go. So it's 3rd down and short. A pass and trying to roll out. He's got his man open in the end zone, and it's going to be out of bounds.
Baggett looking to the back of the end zone.
Never a possibility there. Threw it out of bounds.
Had he kept his feet going, he could have picked up that 1st down on running it. So that's going to bring up. They bring in Alex Bond now to attempt a field goal.
So 30-yard field goals is part of the game plan here for Bear River, huh, Marty?
Yeah, they want to get on the board. They make sure they want to score, and anybody can do it. It's Bond. He's got a strong leg and very accurate kicker. Let's see if get a good snap here. Good snap, put down, kicked, and it's a low-line drive, and it's no good. Wow. Bond seldom misses, and because normally in the old days, with 4th down and short, it would be a running play as opposed to giving the ball over to the kicker. So Bear River comes up short here with and turns the ball over to Colfax as they hold on the 20-yard line.
All right, ball going to be spotted at the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Falcons, rather.
Looking to pass over the middle. He's got his man coming back, and That is number 10.
That's Colton again.
Reeves,
Colton
yeah.
Reeves.
Picked up a couple. He releases that ball very quickly, and the Bear River can't get their pass rush in.
Gets rid of it in less than 2 seconds usually.
2nd down and 7. Looks like there's a handoff. Short hole, and opening up number 66. That's Trey Nix, went for the ball and didn't get it, and that went for about 8 yards for a first down.
That's Aarons.
Aaron's the ball carrier.
First down, Falcons.
They just continue to grind it out on the ground, Paul.
1st and 10.
Bays looks like he was going to rush, and he does. He comes in, and they got the quarterback, but he's just to the outside. Got plenty of room down the sideline, runs out of bounds. Wow.
Rylan Hyman, if he doesn't have somebody to throw, he's a dangerous back with the football. There he is right there. Triple threat there, Rylan Hyman.
He definitely is a threat. 3 receivers out in the pattern, 1 back in the backfield. Looking as a handoff right up the middle. Gets a good block, and then once again on the move for another first down the sideline. Still going. Oh, my goodness.
This is
and
Aarons.
being brought down finally. Wow.
This is what I was talking about in the pregame, Marty. This is Mason Aarons. And when he gets the football, he cuts back and forth so quickly, finding little openings, and then has the speed and strength to accelerate through those openings. Boy, I'll tell you what, you don't put 2 arms on him, he isn't going down.
Yeah, Bear River missed about 7 tackles on him. What a run. There's another run again by that number 5. That's Aarons over the left side. Picked up a big yardage, and they gang tackle him down. But he picks up about 8 yards. So once again, the Bruins cannot stop this running game of the Falcons.
About the 11 or 12 yard line.
So it'll be the 2nd down and about 3. There's a handoff again. Aaron's over the left side, and close to the first down, or he may have it. Stopped in there by Becker.
Aaron's right near the marker. It's going to be close. First down, Falcons.
They give him a first down. 2:34 left to go in this first quarter, and it's all Falcons so far. Handoff up the middle, and no gain, it looks like, maybe a yard. That was Aarons once again.
And others. 2nd down goal.
2 minutes and 9 seconds left here in the first quarter. Almost no penalty. I think we have had 1 penalty so far in the football game. Very clean. Clock continues to run.
Handoff again. Aaron's left side cuts it inside, and they stop him short.
Down to the 4-yard line.
That'll bring up 3rd down and short for the touchdown.
They're on their 4-yard line. They don't have a field goal kicker, or they would never attempt it. I've never seen them do that. Look for a short pass to their wide receiver, O'Keefe, number 23.
Looking to pass.
There he is.
Right, all alone, and
This is O'Keefe, number 23.
boy, somebody got burned over there, and that was Moronic. He bit on that, and there was a touchdown. Wow, look at him, number 23.
That's Garrett O'Keefe, Marty, and I'll tell you, he's a small Gronkowski. This guy really has the size of the hands, runs great patterns. I can't talk enough about him. He's going to play in college for sure.
You called that play. Yeah, you're all right. You made it.
I figured it out.
And the kick is good with 1:14 left to go in this first quarter. 14-0 here in favor of Colfax. And remind you that you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
Nothing tastes better than a sandwich crafted just the way you like it. And at Port of Subs, our master slicer slices your sandwich fresh to order. We offer top quality meats and cheeses. Add your choice of farm fresh veggies and pile them high on our freshly baked bread. We stand by this classic approach. Why? Because it all comes down to one simple truth. Port of Subs just tastes better. Whatever you crave, prepare to fall in love.
Slice fresh sandwiches, Port of Subs.
Welcome back to J. David Ramsey Stadium. 14-0 Colfax. First two possessions for 2 touchdowns. Kickoff now is going to be short again, and it's going to be taken at the sideline, and that is Davis. And he's going to cut it up the field. He's going to get to about the 35-yard line. So Bear River will take over on their first down here on their own 35-yard line. I don't think the kicker wants anything to do with Cundy or Moronic back there deep.
Happy to give it to him on the 35-yard line.
Yeah, no kidding, because they've got a great defense. And which they proved on that first Bear River drive. So Bear River now comes out trailing 14-0 on their second possession. And it's a keeper in there by
Baggett.
Gets
Marty, this game is starting out in a very similar way that we saw the Colfax games against both Lincoln and Placer. They come out slinging. Placer didn't realize they were in a football game until about the second quarter, and they fell far behind. Colfax does have an Achilles heel. They will give up points if you throw the football at them. They seem to weaken in the fourth quarter.
quick handoff. That's Bays, and he's still on his feet. And they try to tackle the ball away from him. Gang tackle, he's still going, and now he's going to be stopped short of the first down. Bring up third down.
But Bear River needs to score the football. They've got to stay up with this Falcons high-octane offense if they're going to stay in this game.
So third down and about 4. Passing situation looking. Right over the middle, it's incomplete. They'll have to punt. That was intended for Cundy. And as the first quarter comes to an end, Bear River is 3 and out, and they'll have to kick. And it's 14-0 in favor of the Colfax Falcons on this crosstown rivalry football game, 31st year. And this is you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, and thank you for keeping your business local.
All right, fourth down, and here come the Bruins. They'll be forced to, going 3 and out, will be forced to kick. Bond back to do the punting. Good snap. He'll kick it, and it's a nice kick down the sideline, and it's going to go out of bounds at about stay in bounds at about the 26-yard line, where Colfax will take over. 1st and 10 on their own 26, and let's see what they can do. They've driven the ball down that field, Paul, on both their possessions.
Bear River really needs to have a defensive stand here. If they ever had a 3 and out in them, this would be a time to bring it out, because they don't want to get down 3 touchdowns to none against this Colfax Falcon team.
So they'll take over now on their own 26. Bear River will be looking for a fumble or a turnover, and here comes another missed tackle. He sideswipes a couple of Bruins. Coming up and making that tackle is number 17, Jake Leonard. And he picks up 8 yards when he's almost stopped in the backfield.
That was Aaron's again.
Yep. He's got some great moves, doesn't he?
Quite a player.
So here's the snap, short yardage situation, a pass, and that's caught for a first down.
Colton Reeves.
Yeah, Reeves on the reception. Moronic on the tackle, along with.
But that was a classic Ryland Hyman pass. Let's do a replay on that. And watch the way he looks, steps into the play, and rifles the ball amongst defenders. Perfect pass.
No pressure by the Bruins. 1st and 10 again. And there's a handoff right side. Big opening again, and that's going to go for about 7 yards. Aaron's.
8-yard pickup on first down.
Boy, he's a one-man wrecking crew, Paul.
He's a very fine back, no doubt about it, Marty. But I'll tell you what, the Bruins haven't found a way to stop him or the passing game.
Shotgun formation, one back in the backfield, and he fakes it to him, rolling out, got some pressure, and they get him, but he overthrows his good pressure in there by the Bruins.
A lot of pressure in the backfield.
That was, Paul was intended for Green.
Hyman's pass was overthrown.
That was Becker in on that pass rush. That'll bring up 3rd down and short. That doesn't seem to stop the Falcons at all on 3rd down. Like they're probably in 4th down territory here, the way the defense is playing.
If I was Tony Martello, I would go for 2 downs here. Why not?
There's a handoff, a big hole, 1st down, across the 45-yard line, brought down in there by Davis for the Bruins, and that was Austin.
No, Tyler Austin was number 62. He opened that hole, and clearly he was the the offensive lineman that was cleaning house there, allowing Aarons to get that 1st down.
Falcons continue to move the ball down the field. Looking to pass. He's got some, and there's a flag, probably a hold, and it'll be run out of bounds.
Once again, Hyman not finding the receiver he wants to the left, runs to the right, wide open, got about 7 yards. Let's see if it comes back here, though. I'm thinking it's going to be a hold, Marty.
Yeah, I think it will be. Right, it was thrown right in that area. Yeah, they'll probably step it off. Colfax is marching backwards. See what the referee's gonna hit the button here.
Block in the back, gets the offense, repeat 1st down.
So that's a big break there for the Bruins as the ball is moved back all the way to the 31-yard line. And they've got to go all the way to the 44-yard line of the Bruins. So, but this team can put the ball for big yardage any place on that field. There's a handoff again. Right side, he cuts. Look at that move he just put on the end. Baggett comes up with a tackle along with Bays. Wow.
But that's classic Mason Aarons. Now, that was exactly what I was talking about, Marty. He has the ability to make those short and decisive cuts when he needs to, and then he can accelerate after he's made the cut. That on top of his strength, this is one fine halfback.
Well, I haven't seen moves like that in a long time.
I agree.
On a high school football player. So going back to pass, looking, he's going to run, and there's another flag goes down, a pass over the middle. That's going to be stopped, but I think that's going to come back because of the ball loose.
Ball went on the ground. Looks like Bear River picked it up, but let's see if it was before he was down or after. I believe he was already down.
Let's see what they say here. I was watching the referee with throwing that flag. It was a hold. And let's see if did Bear River come up with the ball? No, they're not going to give it to him.
No, they're going to say he's already down.
That's horrible! Pay attention!
Oh, the Bear River fans aren't too happy with that call, but that'll move the Falcons back another 10 yards.
Holding on the offense. Repeat 2nd down.
So second down and half the distance to Colfax, the town of Colfax, as far as they got to go. 8:58 left to go in this this second quarter.
Looks like about 33 yards in second and 33.
Well, they'll chip away like they've been doing. And there's a handoff up the middle, big hole, cuts back, and stop. Big gain, Aaron's again. And that is Bays and Carpenter on that tackle. Boy, I tell you, they don't seem to worry about penalties, do they?
Everybody was expecting a throw, and they gave it to him on a draw. He got a big chunk of yardage back, but he's still got some work to do. 3rd and 20 now.
Timeout called by Tony Martello and we'd like to remind you that you're watching exclusive coverage of the Bear River Bruin football on NorCal Game of the Week, touchdownsproductions.com.
With nearly 30 years of proudly serving our community, Auburn Toyota is expanding to offer more new Toyota inventory than ever before. Chances are we have the exact Toyota model you want, ready for you to drive home today. With many years of combined sales experience and hundreds of new Toyota cars, trucks, 4x4s, and SUVs, now is the perfect time to buy at Auburn Toyota. Come see why for generations Foothill Toyota buyers buy from Auburn Toyota, which is why we like to say Auburn Toyota is the place where the customers come back.
Welcome back to J. David Ramsey Stadium on the campus of Bear River High School. Marty Mortensen along with Paul Brown, Gil Dominguez, and our statistician tonight, Patrick Austin. Thanks for coming out, Patrick, and keeping those stats for us. This game's hard to do just calling the game, let alone try to keep stats on it. All right, it's 3rd down and long for the Falcons. Let's see what play they come up with. They hand it off to and there's a fumble. It looked like it. Let's see what happened. It looked like.
No, it was no fumble, but Aarons doesn't make the yardage he needs, gets about 8, but it's going to make it a 4th down and 12 still. You know, it wouldn't surprise me if they didn't punt. No, they're going to go off the field. They're going to bring the punter on, no doubt about it. So by virtue of 3 big penalties, Bear River holds the Colfax Falcons and will get the ball back down 14-0.
All right, here's the snap. Good snap. There's the kick. Good high kick. Good hang time. Calling for a fair catch, almost fumbling it, but then recovering it. That was Cundy. And there's a flag down. Let's see if somebody left too early, or let's see what it was.
If it's on Bear River, it won't be enough for a 1st down.
But it could be enough that. I think it might be against Colfax. Let's see.
Well, legal formation on the offense. Repeat 4th down.
Well, they're able to kick it again.
Another Colfax penalty. Due 4th down.
Boy, that's 4 penalties on this drive, Paul. That was nice hang time on that kick. And the kicker, let's see, that's, can't see his number, 20-something. Good snap. 24 is another good kick, but, it hit good heads-up play in there by Jenkins as that hit him, and he went right down on it. Good thinking. Short kick in there by Weir.
You're right, Jenkins didn't realize the ball was coming his way. As soon as he felt it, looked around and fell on it. Fortunately, no defenders were around him. But an opportunity now for Bear River to get on the scoreboard, Marty. They really need to find a hole or a play or two that are working, make their way down the field. 7:29 left in the first half here at Bear River Stadium.
30-yard line. Let's see, that's looking to pass. He's got his man wide open and overthrew it. Oh, that was intended for Davis.
Unusual pattern. We have 2 players in the same place, and neither one of them really were running a route that time. He threw the ball in between 2 of them. I don't know which receiver he was throwing at. This will make it 2nd down, though. I like the pass play, though, Marty. An accurate pass, that would have been a big play.
Yeah, that was just a little bit too high. And like you said, you mentioned there were two receivers right in the same area. And that brought in more defenders, and that was the difference. All right, there's a handoff to Cundy as he goes around the left side, but Colfax has got that slowed up with just short yardage. So once again, 3rd down and long, Paul.
Yeah, I'm surprised at running play, Marty. They have to convert this 7 yards. There's no way they're going to go on a 4th down.
Well, they bring in Moronic as a wide receiver. 3rd down. Let's see if they can complete one. That Bear River defense has just been on the field way too long. And the score reflects that 14-0. Looking to pass, and he throws it long, and he's got, and he fell. The defender fell down. That was Green, and just threw the Moronic off balance, and that ball was overthrown.
It was a desperation pass, Marty. He didn't have any place to go. He was about ready to get tackled in the backfield. He saw Moronic out there, and had Moronic had an open field, he might have had a chance to catch the ball, but Green was there defending, falls incomplete, and Bear River is 3 and out again.
Boy. Play calling is lacks a little bit here as 3rd down and long is just not getting it for the Bruins. Bond back to punt. There's the good kick, and it's going to be away from Green, and it's going to take a Bear River bounce and to go down to the 30-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Falcons. And once again, the defense has got to come out, and when you got a fired-up offense like this Colfax Falcon team is, you don't want your defense on that field this long.
You're right, and they don't want the defense getting tired out in the first half here because they've been on the field forever.
6:28 left to go here. Bear River can't keep counting on penalties to stop the Falcon drive. Quick pass, looking. He's got a man wide open, and he can't handle it. That was intended for Reeves. Just went right off the tip of his fingers, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
I don't know. Reeves doesn't miss many like that.
He was wide open, too. There was no defender around him at all.
Kind of cold tonight.
Yeah. After that rain we had, I recorded 64/100ths of an inch. That's not a bad rainfall for the first one of the season.
Is that more or less than half an inch?
That was over half.
Glad you got control of that.
0.64. Another pass going deep, and it's, Moronic got beat on that play, but there's a
late flag has just come
in. Let's see
in.
what it is here.
That was Green that time, and it was a back shoulder pass. The pass was there. Green couldn't make the adjustment and catch the ball, but a late flag comes in. I'm not sure what's going on with this.
Sideline warning.
Oh, I understand. Now I get it. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, the coach was right there coaching him. As good as Coach Savoy is, they won't let him on the field, Coach.
All right, so that'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Bear River's kind of confused there. Let's see, and Bear River calls a timeout. Defense was really scrambling. So with timeout on the field, you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
SPD Markets reminds you to always shop local in Grass Valley and Nevada City for the freshest local produce in town. This week, stock up on T-bone steak, pork tenderloin, and boneless, skinless thighs. And the SPD butchers are now accepting orders for your holiday meal. You'll see real savings on hundreds of products throughout the store every week. So shop SPD Markets where your neighbors shop in Nevada City and Grass Valley.
All right, welcome back to J. David Ramsey Stadium as the Falcons now come out with 6:15 left to go in this half with 3rd down and 10, but that doesn't seem to bother them at all here tonight. Let's see if Bear River can put up any kind of a defense here. Get these fans in the ball game, and there's a handoff. No, he fakes it, looking deep and almost intercepted, and that is down the sideline. That is Luke Baggett. He saw that play, steps in front of the receiver. Maybe that's the spark that Bear River needs here to get this game going again.
There he is right there. Luke Baggett comes over. Let's look at the replay, and you're right, Marty. That ball is brilliantly thrown. It's thrown about 25 yards. But now, watch Baggett just come up and just wait and now pick that thing off. Great catch. Advances the ball down the field a bit. Gives his team a chance here to score on the 38-yard line.
Well, the fans came alive finally, and 6:07 left in this first half. Let's see if Bear River can make a game out of it here now as Baggett picks off that interception. And there's a handoff to Bays, left side, on the move, close to a first down. Down to the 30-yard line. Boy, it looked like Bays is running with a little bit of determination, didn't he?
Doesn't he, though? He's so strong. And you know, it's tempting as a coach to hand it to him 30 times a game.
All right, here come the Bruins. Second down and about 4. And there's Cundy trying to swing it to the outside. Can't go anywhere. Coming up, making a nice stop on that. That's number 7. That's Dylan Owens, as he smelled that play out beautifully and came up and threw Cundy for a loss. Now, once again, it's third down and long, Paul.
So Bear River needs to convert. I believe he's in 4-down territory. Coach Logue, Savoy, they know that it's a critical possession here. 5 minutes left in the second quarter. They need to get something on the board before they go into the clubhouse.
So 3 receivers out to the left. In motion, Zimmer looking to block. And he's got a man wide open, and that's a first down the sideline. And let's see how, and he goes on down, still going. That was Trey Moronic, I'm sorry. I got so excited. The young sophomore who's doing quite a job this year as he picked up that reception and took it on down where it's first and goal.
Trey Moronic, that was a very well-conceived play. I like the call by Coach Savoy. He faked to the back in the backfield, who stayed in to help him block. They need a little more time. He had time, delivered a nice ball to Moronic.
Hand off to Bays, left side, takes it down close to the goal line. Inside the 5-yard line, down to the 4. .429 and counting here in this first half. The Bruins are threatening for the first time tonight. Zimmer comes in along with Baggett. Rolling out with a pass in the flat, and he overthrows, but there's a flag coming in. Let's see if there was a defensive holding or pass interference. Let's see what they call.
Now, Bear River's backing up. The last thing they need right now is a offensive penalty. Let's see what they call.
Let's see.
Defensive pass interference.
Defensive pass interference. So second down and goal.
I'm not sure why they're throwing the football, Marty. They need to hand it to Bays twice, and he will get those 2 yards. It's like having Marshawn Lynch in the backfield. You give it to him, and he's going to get those yards. You give it to him twice or 3 times, he'll get it done. Same thing with Bays.
Well, Bays is in the backfield along with Baggett. And there's a handoff to going in for the touchdown. I think that was that Austin Bays again?
I don't think so. I think that was
Carpenter? I didn't see him in there. Carpenter, that was Carpenter. Good call. I missed it. I missed that handoff.
He followed Bays right in the hole. No problem. He could have gone another 30 yards. So the Bear River Bruins are on the scoreboard. They will have an extra point attempt here to pull it within 7 points. Desperately needing to get a score on the board before half. The Bruins get it done. Here's the snap. Down. Up and good.
That's a normal Alex Bond kick, and that's the extra point is good. 3:55 left to go in this first half. Bear River gets on the scoreboard 14-7. And I'd like to let you know that you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
It's time for Dollar Days at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center, with special deals that really stretch your dollar no matter how much you spend. Whether it's $3, $4, $5 or more, B&C helps you stock up on everything that you need. Serving Nevada County, it's B&C True Value Home and Garden Center, where behind every project is a true value.
Welcome back. We're ready for the kickoff. Bear River is closed within 7. Here's Bond with the kickoff. It's going to be a kickoff, kicking deep down to about the 5-yard line, and coming up and making a stop at the 25-yard line.
Look like Sam Davis to me, number 59, coming in there and making a great stop. So the Falcons will come on the field with their high-octane offense. 3 minutes and 49 seconds left in the half. They'll see if they can pick the 7 points up that they just lost to the Bear River Bruins.
All right, here comes 1st and 10 on their own 25, and there's a handoff to once again to Aarons. He goes over the right side, still got plenty of running room, and he's going to be knocked down short of the first down by a couple.
And if you'll notice, Marty, on that play, Ryland Hyman, he followed the play to the right. That was actually an option to pitch it back to Hyman. That's not something that he ended up doing, but that was certainly there. We'll watch that in the future.
2nd and short. And there's a handoff, cuts it back, goes back into the inside, but then stopped. I think he's short of the first down. Let's see where they mark it. Coming up and making that stop was for the Bruins was Becker.
I think we're going to have another procedure penalty on Colfax. Let's see what they call.
Illegal procedure they're going to call on the Falcons. That'll move it back 5 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down again.
Legal formation.
Oh, formation.
Repeat 2nd down. Another Falcon penalty.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and about 7 for the Falcons with 3:14 left to go in this first half. Falcons up 14-7. And let's see, rolling out the pass, and he got it, and still on his feet, still runs into his own man, and now they're going to bring him down for a first down.
High in the Colton Reeves, that'll pick up a Falcon first down. They're going to mark it up to the 44-yard line.
Bear River cannot relax. This team can score points, and they can score points in a hurry.
Boy, Reeves got some moves, doesn't he?
He really does, and he catches the ball. But beyond that, he's got the delivery of Ryland Hyman. The guy can throw the football.
So it's first down. There's a handoff again right up the middle, but coming up and meeting them there was that was Carpenter. Carpenter got his attention really quick, didn't he? Clock continues to run, 2:30. Looking to pass. He got his man wide open again. Number 23, all the way down to about the 15-yard line. That is O'Keefe.
Once again, the big body and big hands of O'Keefe.
Oh, they're going to say he fumbled. What a play. I missed that while we were looking. Baggett must have got the fumble, I guess. I didn't see that. Did you see it?
He pulled the ball out of his hands, and they're saying he wasn't down. Boy, I'll tell you what, that would be a play that would be reviewed.
Well, the referee was right on top of it.
I didn't see him put it on the ground either, Marty, but obviously this was a big catch. It was a receipt, and then it was a fumble by O'Keefe.
Wow, big break for the Bruins, as that's a significant turnover. Looked like Baggett came up with it. So he's having a big night here tonight, an interception and a fumble recovery. So now the Bruins come to the line of scrimmage. Looking to pass. He got his man open, and that looks like Calder. No, that was Moronic who made the catch.
In the backfield, there's a flag.
hold.
There's a flag in the backfield. It's either
Baggett says it's against the Falcons. So let's see.
Well, they popped him after he threw the ball. Let's see if they call it.
Well, they're going to march it off against the Falcons. Wow. 15-yarder, roughing the passer. Jeez, no wonder Baggett was so happy when he came off there. I wouldn't have been happy if someone knocked me down like that. So the Bruins got it on their own 45-yard line. It's 1st and 10 with 2 minutes left to go. Quick handoff to Bays, and that goes nowhere. He picks up a couple, but that didn't fool any of the Colfax front line. Got to get down at least for a field goal for the Bruins if they want to.
They'll call a timeout. No, they're going to let the clock run.
I don't know why. They can get, if they can pick up some more yardage, they can get Bond in there to kick an extra point. I mean, a field goal. So, shotgun formation, and there's a handoff to Zimmer. That goes nowhere. Yeah. See, now they're forced into a 3rd down situation where it's long and 1:17 left. Bear River calls a timeout. So we've got an exciting finish to this first half as the Bruins take away a big gainer that was all the way down to their own 15-yard line by the Falcons. And then they've marched up with a completed pass to Moronic and a 15-yard penalty. And now they've got 3rd down and about 7 to go. So, Paul, I don't know about that play calling right there, those first two plays, but.
Well, you know, Coach Savoy knows what weapons he has to deal with, and he must not have that much confidence in his passing game, or maybe he doesn't know that he's going to get enough time to throw the ball, but he seems to want to just stay on the ground. Let's see what he does now here. We got 3rd down and 7.
Okay, two flankers out here to the right for the Bruins. Nobody in the backfield. A big rush. Looking over the middle. And it's intercepted at about the 50-yard line and coming up and making the stop. Wow, right in the middle. Nobody there. Who was that?
Jacob Schwartz. Jacob Schwartz, the outside linebacker, comes up with a great big play. You know Schwartz is on the field. All that hair comes streaming down the back of his helmet. But that ball was virtually thrown right at Schwartz. It hit him right in the numbers.
Yeah, I don't know what Baggett was looking at.
Quick huddle now. They're on the field. They're going to try and take advantage of the turnover.
Looking to pass. Quick pass. Oh, almost intercepted in there and knocked away. That is Nix. Trey Nix, number 66. Boy, that had a pick 6 written all over it, Paul.
He looked right at that receiver and just threw that football.
Yep.
Yeah, Gil Dominguez is doing the camera work. He's shaking his head. Yeah, that was a interception in the making. But it does stop the clock with 1:07 left here in the half.
All right, here come the Falcons, 2nd and 10. Passing situation, except he fakes the handoff. Bear River's got a big rush. He throws it, and it's going to be complete. Oh, it's just out of the outstretched hands on the sideline. That was intended for Colton Reeves again. That'd have been a 1st down. Moronic on the coverage.
It's cold night here in Auburn, California. The ball is hitting on these receivers' hands and bouncing off. 3rd down.
2 receivers out to the right, single back in the backfield. Looking to pass, no rush, and it's thrown, and it's going to be short of the 1st down on a good defensive play in there. Baggett on the tackle, and let's see who that receiver was.
That was number 18 for the Falcons. That was Green.
Green's played a whale of a game here tonight. Colfax with 45 seconds left to go in this first half calls a timeout. So we've got timeout on the field, and let's take a look at, there's a good look at the Colfax squad over there. And you're right, Paul, number 21, that junior, he's a pretty tall kid out there, isn't he? That is that is
Max Wolf.
Yeah.
They haven't thrown to Max yet tonight. It's Garen O'Keefe, number 23. O'Keefe is the guy that scored the touchdown earlier. Right. And you know, Marty, they must have pulled that ball away. That was Luke Baggett out there, and Luke was on O'Keefe, and Luke looked like a terrier trying to bring down a bulldog out there. We turn our heads for a moment, and he pulls the ball away and creates his own turnover. So tonight we've seen a strip and an interception by Baggett, along with some excellent quarterbacking duties. He's the best player on the field tonight so far.
Well, here come the Falcons. They got a fourth down here. There's a handoff over the right side, and Bear River smothers it, and I think they got a first down. They do.
They got to hurry up. Whatever is happening here, they're going to finally, they do call a timeout.
Well, let's see if they're going to measure. Might be short. Let's see where they spot the ball. Yeah, it is short. It's going to be Bear River on downs with 39 seconds left to go here. So a good stop in there by the Bruins.
Just when they needed it.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Bruins. I don't know what they're going to do now. They didn't seem too anxious to put the ball in the air last time, and then when they did, they got intercepted. Let's see if they put it in on 1st and 10 here.
It wouldn't surprise me if he just keeps the ball on the ground and takes the 14-7 score into the clubhouse.
There's a handoff. That is Cundy, and goes nowhere, and that should run the clock out. Uh-oh, coming off and limping to the sideline there is that's Caden Alberg, who's wearing number 13 tonight in the tight end position. So it's 15 seconds left to go. They've got some timeouts left. I don't know why they didn't call one. I guess they'd probably just take a knee now, I imagine. The Moronic comes around, looking deep. Got a man wide open down the field, just overthrows him. That was intended for Davis. And that'll be the final play of the first half as both teams leave the field here for halftime. We've got a score of the Falcons 14. Bear River got on the board in the second quarter with a 7, so 14-7 your score. And you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
Hey, hon, remember the guys are coming over later to watch the game.
Make a play for winning trays from Portasubs. We have the perfect tray for every game and every fan. So use your app or order online today.
Make Portasubs your destination.
Welcome back to J. David Ramsey Stadium prior to the kickoff, and we'd like to bring in Patrick Austin here to bring us the stats from the first half. Patrick.
Between two teams on paper, you wouldn't think this score would be 14-7. Colfax Hyman has been 10 for 17 for 119 yards, 1 interception, and 2 touchdowns.
He's got 119 yards in the first half.
Yes, sir. And
wow.
Aarons also has 119 yards on 17 rushes. He's well on his way to his 1,000 yards for the season. On the other side, with 75 total yards and 7 points, Baggett is 2 for 9 for 38 yards and an interception. But on defense, he's also got an interception and a fumble. He's doing an okay time. On rushing, they've just kind of mixed it up a little bit. They have 1 touchdown rushing by Carpenter, and that's about the story for their side on offense.
Well, both teams are on the field, Paul, and back from the halftime, and we'll have to see what the Bear River came up with during halftime. They they're back in this ball game at 14-7. But as you mentioned earlier in the game, that the Falcons just have a lot of horsepower out there, and I look for some more big passes and more big runs out of the Colfax team.
Well, Colfax does have a high-octane offense. I'm going to guess that they're going to get 28 points this game. And if Bear River's going to win, they're going to have to figure out a way to either hold and control the ball or score 29 points, because they definitely need to get more on the scoreboard tonight than 5.
Bear River has got to stop Aarons, or they're just going to walk away with this game in the second half.
We're back to pick the ball off. Let's see. It's going to be a short kick again, taken up by the short man. And running up the sideline, still on his feet, is Davis, and he'll get down out to about the 35-yard line. That seems where Bear River started almost every one of their starting positions after the kickoff.
Up to the 34-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 Bruins.
So 1st and 10 Bruins as Baggett comes in with the play. Let's see if they change any of their offense. Colfax was very good stopping them in that first half. There's a handoff, left side, still on his feet, still going. And that's Bays, the ball carrier, brought down in there by number 58, that looks like, and that's Leahy.
You can always tell it's Bays. He's the biggest guy on the field a lot of times. But, boy, if he gets those legs moving, he's really hard to bring down.
Yeah, he continues to drive his legs and continues to pick up yards. It takes 3 or 4 guys to bring him down.
It does.
So it's 2nd and 4 now for the Bruins. And there's a handoff, trying to cut it inside. No place to go. Good defense in there that was Zimmer. But Owens in there cut that play off and cut him to the inside, and that stopped any momentum. So that'll bring up 3rd down and about 2. Once again, they're in 3rd down territory as far as just can't seem to get that big yardage on that 2nd down. Two backs in the backfield, and it's a handoff to Bays over the left side, and he's got 1st down yardage and more. And Bays, the ball carrier, and brought down in there by number 24, Alex Weir.
Weir got him down around the ankles. That's the way you got to get Bays. Moves the chains, though, for a 1st down, Bear River.
Well, they bring in the play. Their ball will be spotted on the Colfax 47-yard line. In motion, and there's a pass over the middle, too high, and boy, that is Cundy, I believe, that got. Moronic was the intended receiver, and that coming across the middle is pretty dangerous ball.
Well, Baggett did not throw a very good ball.
No,
he just lifted up and didn't really take his time to throw a decent shot. Threw it over his head.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
2nd down and 10 from the 47.
Clayton Anderson comes into the ball game. Zimmer comes out. Quick handoff to Bays, and that doesn't go anywhere. They smelled that play. That was the one that picked up 15 and didn't get it this time. That'll bring up 3rd down. Got the ball back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 10. Good defensive front 4 in there for the Falcons. Bays comes off. Passing situation here. Shotgun formation and he's going to run it, but he's not going to get the 1st down. He's still on his feet, but he knee hit the ground, and that'll bring up.
Flag on the play.
Uh-oh. Let's see. It's going to be a hold call, it looks like.
No, I think it's going to be on Bear River. I think they were offsides. They're going to repeat 3rd down, or It's a possibility that the Falcons will not accept this.
Yeah, I think they're going to decline. I think they mentioned they're going to motion. They're going to decline it. Well, let's see. Nope, they're going to step it off. Give them Bear River another chance.
Legal formation against the offense. Repeat third down.
Well, Colfax was doing that the whole on several of their drives, making mistakes, and now the Bruins do with 9:35 left to go in this third quarter. Bear River got the opening kickoff here and have moved the ball up to the 47 where it'll be third down and about 15. Let's see if they can come up with a big third down conversion as Colfax has done most of the night. Nobody in the backfield. It's just Baggett with the receiver. Now in motion is Moronic. Let's see, they got a big rush, and he got Moronic wide open. He's got the ball, he cuts it in, he's gonna go. He's at the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown Bruins!
Now that was a great delivery by Baggett. He waited, saw his receiver, waited for the cut, and delivered the ball right on target. Moronic for the touchdown.
Trey Moronic, boy, he was in motion. He swept around the corner, cut it up into the center, got that ball on the run, and he outran the secondary and took it in for the touchdown. Big touchdown for the Bruins, and now that'll bring in Alex Bond to kick the extra point. Holding will be Logan Jenkins. Good snap, put down, kicked, and it looks like it is going to be good. Alex Bond with his second conversion of the night. And how big was that missed three-pointer earlier in the game, huh? You're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week on TouchdownProductions.com.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the Union Readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations, and thank you for keeping your business local.
Welcome back. Bear River just scores, ties this game up 14-14. Why don't you tell us about that replay, Paul?
Well, let's take a look at the replay now, Marty. After I was cut off so... no, let's look at that replay. Watch Moronic catch this football. A perfect pass by Baggett. Sets and throws. I may have criticized him earlier, but not now. Baggett threw a perfect delivery, and Moronic, after the catch, gets into the end zone for a Bear River score.
There's a squib kick. It's going to be out of bounds at about the 25-yard line, and it'll be a flag will be thrown. And let's see, they're not going to make them kick it over again, it looks like. They'll take it on the, let's see where they're going to put it, on the 35-yard line.
Cut and paste that one, Gil.
So the ball on the out of bounds will be placed on the 35, and let's see if what the Bruins got in the way of defense, if they made any adjustments, as it was all Colfax in that first half. There's the handoff once again, and they're going to get, that is Aarons again, and he is stopped at maybe a short yardage gain if they give him anything.
Aarons got picked up that time by Bays. He didn't like that much.
No.
You can see him complaining to the officials. That's kind of funny. I'm not sure why they haven't gone out to O'Keefe since that one big play. Let's see if they look for him for a target. Second down and 8.
Now it's second down and 10. There's a end around the right side, and boy, Bear River's fired up. That handoff was to Reeves, and he goes for maybe a 1-yard loss on that sweep.
And who's on the play? Luke Baggett out there. Luke having a great defensive game.
Yeah, he's fired up tonight.
Now this ball's going to be spotted at about the 35, 36-yard line. Third down.
Sam Davis comes into the ball game. It's third down, passing situation. 3rd and 10 for the Falcons. Let's see if they put a rush on here. He's looking to pass. He's being chased down, and he's going to throw it. Oh, all alone. A touchdown, easy. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Jake Green got another one on the same play. They were all over quarterback Hyman. There were 4 men in the backfield, and he just turned, found Green out there by himself, threw a great pass, and Green brought it in for a touchdown. Holy cow.
There was nobody even close to him here.
Not even
close. I can't believe it. 20 yards away, there was no defensive receiver. Defensive back looking at the receiver, and boy, that was a quick score.
We'll come back from break and look at that one again, but first we'll see the extra point here.
Alex Weir, extra point.
And it's Weir, and as he kicks, and as it is good, so it's 21-14 now as Colfax comes back with a big score. So here with just one step away from a couple of minutes getting the ball, and they've got it going. So you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River football on the NorCal Game of the Week on TouchdownProductions.com.
What were you mumbling about there?
Yeah.
With nearly 30 years of proudly serving our community, Auburn Toyota is expanding to offer more new Toyota inventory than ever before. Chances are we have the exact Toyota model you want, ready for you to drive home today. With many years of combined sales experience and hundreds of new Toyota cars, trucks, 4x4s, and SUVs, now is the perfect time to buy at Auburn Toyota. Come see why for generations Foothill Toyota buyers buy from Auburn Toyota, which is why we like to say Auburn Toyota is the place where the customers come back.
Well, welcome back after that quick score by the Falcons, and Bear River comes up with a score. And now let's talk about that replay, Paul.
Okay, let's dissect this replay for Gil Dominguez. And, you know, you can see there's incredible pressure on Hyman in the backfield, but he finds enough presence of mind to turn and just chuck the ball down the field, and there's Jake Green all by himself. Nobody was covering him. In for an easy touchdown for Colfax.
So here comes the kickoff. Bear River now is trailing again by 7. So there's a short kick again. Well, let's see who's going to come up for it. Somebody better get it, and they do. And taking it up the sideline. He's got it coming down the sideline. That is moronic. And he got a face mask, it looks like. Let's see if they call it. No, I guess they don't. But that was quite a run back, Paul.
Yeah, nobody was going to catch that ball. No one could figure out who was going to take it. It was a big spinner that went a half a mile up in the air. Moronic ended up getting a good bounce, picked it up, and did something with it. Nice job.
And they've got it on the Falcon 45-yard line, and this game is turning into a real Donnybrook. 7:25 left to go in this third quarter. So now the Bruins trailing again by 7. There's a handoff to Bays. He's still on his feet, picking up a couple yards. But coming up and making the stop is number 50. That's Lajubai.
So I'm going to go to our statistician here, Patrick Austin. Patrick, how long was that last pass to Jake Green?
64-yard touchdown, sir.
64 yards. And I'll tell you, I think 40 yards of it was in the air.
7 minutes, third quarter.
So now it's second down and 9. Boy, that was a backbreaker for the Bruins fans here. I heard a lot of ooh and ahs over here. So here come the Bruins now. It's second and 9. And he's gonna get sacked in the backfield. That's number 50 again. That is Lajubi. And Parker Sullivan in on that tackle. So a big loss. Now it's third down and 15. So their Falcons are fired up now.
All it takes is a score like that to get you going. The defense follows the offense. Bear River, though, still has an opportunity to convert this third down play, third and 15.
Two backs in the backfield for. And now looking to pass, looking long. He's got his man. Oh, it's going to be almost intercepted, and maybe it is. It is intercepted on the 25-yard line.
That was number 24, Alex Wolf. We see him, I beg your pardon, Alex Ware. We see him as a receiver. Well, he is a receiver that time on defense. A great interception by Colfax. And you know, Marty, if you think about it, it's just about as good as a punt.
Yeah.
Just about as good as a punt. So Bear River will take over on defense now.
Oh, once again, the Falcons are on the move. 1st and 10. Handoff. And that's Aaron's the ball carrier, and he's going to get stopped for little gain. Trey Nix on that tackle. Well, he picked up maybe 5 yards, it looks like. He fools you with that, with the amount of yardage that he gets after he's initially hit.
With 5.5 to go, third quarter.
There's a keeper, the quarterback, and it's going to get run down by the Bruin defense, and Baggett was in on that along with, let's see, Cundy, and also, let's see who else was there. That was Carpenter.
Baggett and Carpenter on the scene.
So that'll bring up 3rd down in about 7 now. There's another pass over the middle. He's got it. 1st down again as the Colfax come up big. That Aaron's again. Boy, he's a one-man show out there. Good hands, runs the ball well.
We will be picking a player of the game tonight. And between Marty and I, we'll choose a player from the winning team. We cover both Colfax and Bear River, so we'll take that player from the winning team.
There's the handoff, big hole, and he's still on his feet. He could break it, but then Bear River comes up and gets it another 1st down. Stopped in there by Zimmer.
Josh Zimmer comes in and throws him to the canvas. What a great tackle that was.
But they continue to move the ball downfield.
Definitely got some momentum now. This is where Aaron's is tough. He can catch the ball, he can run the ball, but if he gets the momentum going, they'll score.
First and 10 again. There's another handoff, and still another missed tackle, and he could be gone. He's at the 30, the 20, the 5, gonna out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Aaron's again. Wow.
Big chunks of yardage, Mason Aaron's. You know, Marty, I've been trying to give him the Player of the Game award for 2 weeks now. This may be the week if the Falcons can break through with a win. This man, in his body of work, I've seen him in the last 3 weeks, is unbelievable. He's going off the field now, looking for a little help. Gil, if you could get a look at him, I think he's limping a little bit.
He's probably out of gas. He's pretty tired. He's all the yards he's racked up tonight.
I mean, he's carried the ball or caught a pass here the last 5 straight plays.
Yeah, I know. He's
tough.
I'll give it to somebody else. No, they're going to hand it to him again. Nope. Yeah, they do, and he gets down to about the 2-yard line. Let's see where they spot it.
Caden Alberg on the tackle of Mason.
Alberg on the tackle.
Just inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, Tony Martello, he says, hey, listen, you can run all day, you can run all night. I'm just going to keep handing the ball to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at his jersey compared to everybody else's.
I know, he's been on the ground and through the air. I mean, he's done everything tonight. And they hand it to him again, and he comes up short.
Maybe a half of a yard.
That'll bring up 3rd down and goal.
Look like Aaron's.
Look at him go back to the huddle. I'm sorry to laugh, but I mean he looks like an abused rag doll there.
Hand it to him again, and look at his socks and everything else. I mean, he's down and dirty all night long here.
Well, he's been running into that defense at Bear River.
I wouldn't be surprised for a quarterback keep on a fake handoff.
No, they're going to give it to him again.
No, they're going to end around. And
they're not going to get it.
I don't know if he got it or they think they stopped him. Yes, they did. Good. That was the ball carrier was Reeves on that end around.
So this will be interesting, Marty. They might try for a field goal here. Yes, they're going to bring the kicker out. They've got Ware out. He's got the tee in his hand. This is Nick Van Duren. And Van Doren looks like he's going to have a 20, 25, 28-yard field goal attempt.
So here's looking for the snap, put down, kicked, and I don't think that was good, is it? It is good. Man, I thought it was off to the side. Well, there's a three-point field goal attempt, which was good. So Bear River holds, but they still give up 3 points. 24-14 your score. And with that, we'll take a break right here. You're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
SPD Markets reminds you to always shop local in Grass Valley and Nevada City for the freshest local produce in town. This week, stock up on T-bone steak, pork tenderloin, and boneless, skinless thighs. And the SPD butchers are now accepting orders for your holiday meal. You'll see real savings on hundreds of products throughout the store every week. So shop SPD Markets where your neighbors shop in Nevada City and Grass Valley.
Welcome back. As we got through the kickoff here, Bear River's looking for a short kick again. And sure enough it is, and it's going to be taken on the 20-yard line. That looks like Cundy. Or is that? No, that's Moronic going up to about the 40, 35-yard line, and they'll take over 1st and 10 on their own 35. No, I'm sorry, they're going to mark it at the 40.
Tackle made by number 2, Daniel Bliss, and number 37.
Bliss makes the tackle for Colfax, and now we've got the Bruins trailing by 10 now with 1:49 left to go in this third quarter. This could definitely get out of hand if Bear River can't put something on the board here for the Bruins. There's Bays, a handoff on a sweep. They got that covered. Bays can't turn the corner, and he's going to be thrown for a loss of about 4 yards. Bays is more effective up the middle.
He really is, but you know, they had that one smelled out,
yeah,
and they had penetration before Bays could even think about turning the corner. Yeah. That was a loss of 2.
Right, so it'll be 2nd down and 12. Trying to come up with a play at the sidelines, and let's see what they do. I would think it's going to be a passing play. Hurtado comes in for the Bruins on the line. They're going to have to hurry if they want to get this play off. It's going to be a run over the left side, and that is Baggett. It's going to be a run over the left side, and that is Baggett. And he gets only about 5 yards, and it'll be, Baggett's down.
Slow getting up. He looks like he's maybe had the air knocked out of him. Oh, he's hurting. He is hurting on the ground.
Well, let's see. Oh, geez.
He says, help me up, Dad.
Right.
I'm okay.
Oh, he's limping on his knee.
And that's it. They're going to carry him off. There is one fine athlete right there being carried off. And I'll tell you, Luke Baggett, to this point, in my estimation, is the best player on the field for Bear River. He's done it on defense and offense. Let's hope this injury isn't too bad.
I don't know if it's, but if it's a cramp, you can usually put some weight on it. He had a cramp in the last game. Let's see what he's got this time.
Luke Baggett comes to the sideline for the Bruins.
Let's see if they try to stretch him out. They don't seem to be giving him too much attention.
Looks like a cramp.
Yeah, that's what he's got.
Yeah, he had a cramp last week that took him out for a few plays. So now in at quarterback should be Moronic. Oh, that's Calder. Has a quick handoff up the middle.
Austin
Bays
up the middle, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Bear River will be forced to kick.
Yeah, without Baggett as quarterback, I mean, he's really a cornerstone to this offense and to the defense.
Yeah.
And when he goes out, that team kind of scrambles to find some leadership. They're not sure what to do.
And especially on defense, too.
Well, they're still working on him on the sideline. They've got him up now.
There's a good snap. Bond will kick. Oh, good tight spiral. Signaling for a fair catch and almost fumbled that ball there, but he managed to save
That's
it.
Jake Green.
Green,
Green scoring 2 touchdowns tonight, also doing a good job on punt return duties.
Baggett's on the sideline trying to stretch it out, so he may be back in shortly on defense. But
36 seconds left in the third quarter here. Colfax Falcons will take over.
Once again, there's a handoff up the middle, and that is
that's Aaron's. Who else would it be?
Yeah, just look for the dirty uniform. And that's the end of the third quarter. 24-14 in favor of Colfax, and you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at TouchdownProductions.com.
Nothing tastes better than a sandwich crafted just the way you like it. And at Port of Subs, our Master Slicer slices your sandwich fresh to order. We offer top quality meats and cheeses. Add your choice of farm fresh veggies and pile them high on our freshly baked bread. We stand by this classic approach. Why? Because it all comes down to one simple truth. Port of Subs just tastes better. Whatever you crave, prepare to fall in love.
Slice fresh sandwiches, Port of Subs.
Welcome back to J. David Ramsey Stadium on the campus of Bear River High School. Colfax 1st and 10 on their own 25-yard line, and it's another handoff again. Big hole this time as he stutter steps up for about 9 years. Aaron's once again. Big gain. Let's see if they give him a first down on it. It looks like they're going to. Yes, they are. They're waving first down. He continues to rack up yardage. 11:52 on the game clock for the rest of this fourth quarter. Colfax, all they got to do is keep just running yards like that and running the clock. Make short work of this. There's a pitch around the left side trying to pick up some yardage, and he does. And about 6 yards on the carry. Aaron's once again the ball carrier.
Jenkins and Carpenter tackled. Second down and a long 4.
Second down and 4 for the Falcons. Now he's going to roll out and pass. He still got it. What a play. Cuts it back in. That is Reeves. The Bruins had 2 shots at that, and it bounced out of each one of their hands. Aaron's tipped it and then tipped it back to himself. And he takes that. That was Reeves. He tips it right back to himself.
Let's look at the replay on that one, Marty. That was Luke Baggett. And first it was Reeves. Reeves had a bit of the ball. Baggett got the ball in his hands, and then watch it. It just goes out of his hands and back into Reeves' hands. It was anybody's football for a while, but look what I found. Reeves gets the play.
Once again, the Falcons on the move again. And there's a handoff. Goes nowhere to Aaron's.
Aaron's is being picked up now by the defensive linebacker because I think they feel sorry for him. That's the first time I've seen him stutter step and not have enough strength to continue the run. 9 minutes or 10 minutes and 18 seconds left in the fourth. Marty, if the Falcons can score here, I think they'll have the game.
The Bruins have got to hold them if they're going to stay in this game here in this fourth quarter. Once again, another handoff. Still on his feet, still moving, they finally bring him down with about a 4-yard gain.
Left side down to about the 21-yard line. Third down and 5.
So it'll be third down and about 5 for the Falcons. Looking to pass right over the middle. They got it. And still on his feet now, dragging 2 Bear River Bruins down.
Good enough for first down yardage.
That was number
23. That was O'Keefe.
Darren O'Keefe, the tight end, on the reception.
Well, you've said that, Paul. Just when you need some short yardage, and you got the good hands receiver in there, that's where you want to go. Handoff once again to
Mason Aarons.
Aarons again.
5-yard gain.
I mean, he gets 5 yards every time he touches the ball.
We're going to go to Patrick Austin. Patrick, I want you to count up the number of carries Austin or Mason Aarons has had tonight, if you would, please.
He's at 29 carries right now. His longest rush is 46 yards.
29 carries.
No wonder his uniform's dirty. Pass into the end zone, and
there's
double
a flag.
coverage. But I think the receiver pushed off. But let's see what they call.
No, it's going to be on Bear River for sure.
Well, I don't know. It looks like he pushed off. He was in double coverage. And that may step him off 10 yards. Let's see what happens here. What? Let's see what
No, it's going to be defensive, Marty.
Well, the ball there was no way he could catch that ball no matter how. Let's see, they're going to pass interference to the Bruins. Okay. So now that puts the ball on the 5-yard line.
Half the distance to the goal, and they'll replay what is now second down.
There's a handoff once again to Aaron, but he's trying to go up the middle and is tackled for no gain. Well, the Bruins defense is just worn down tonight, boy. They have been out there for a lot of plays.
Timeout now has been called.
Colfax calls a timeout, probably just enough to give Aarons a breather. So anyway, with timeout on the field with 7:58 left to go in this ball game, 24-14 the score, and you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at TouchdownProductions.com.
It's time for Dollar Days at B&C True Value Home and Garden Center, with special deals that really stretch your dollar no matter how much you spend. Whether it's $3, $4, $5 or more, B&C helps you stock up on everything that you need. Serving Nevada County, it's B&C True Value Home and Garden Center, where behind every project is a true value.
Well, it's football season here in the foothills.
Cool night tonight.
You know, I mean, they're laughing at us every place else in the country. It's 48 degrees and we're freezing.
You got the temperature wrong.
46 degrees.
I'm going to go get the update right now. Temperature 45.
45 degrees, and we're thinking it's cold.
Well, here come the Falcons. Goal to go here. Looking to pass again, and it's caught, and is it a touchdown? Let's see.
Looks
yes,
like
it is.
Jake
Touchdown,
Green.
Colfax.
Jake Green gets his third touchdown of the night.
On the reception.
You don't think Colfax is happy? Whoa. They want to beat Bear River in the worst way, and they're doing it. 30-14 right now with the extra point coming up on that 5-yard pass.
Hyman Green touchdown.
For Jake Green.
4 touchdowns passing tonight.
3 of them to Jake Green.
There's the kick, and it looks like it is good.
Colfax 31, and Bear River 4.
That is 4 touchdowns passing tonight. Patrick Austin telling us that Colfax can celebrate the sideline like they are.
All right, with timeout on the field, ready for the kickoff, you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week, touchdownproductions.com.
Are you ready to buy or sell your home or property? Placer Title is your local title and escrow company located right here in the heart of Nevada County. We combine the stability of a national insurer with all the benefits of on-site title and escrow professionals. Being voted the best title company by the union readers for the past 7 years is a true testament to our local roots and unparalleled customer service. Stop by one of our 2 convenient locations and thank you for keeping your business local.
Welcome back to the kickoff here as Colfax comes up with a 31-14 point lead here with 7:53 to go in this ball game. It's going to be another short kick. May go out of bounds, and Davis takes it, trying to cut back. He's got some running room down the sideline. He's going to be knocked out of bounds by number 58, Lahia.
Popped out of bounds by number 58, Jacob Leahy.
Well, Leahy, that sounds better, doesn't it, than Leahy? Well, it's old. I'm old and it's cold.
Lahia.
Yeah, he did make a good tackle out of bounds. So now the Bruins take over, 1st and 10 on their own 36-yard line, and let's see if they got anything going here. There's a handoff to Bays, right side, and they stop him cold.
Bays left side run gets about 2.5.
On the tackle that time was number 65 for Colfax. No, it must have been Spencer Chris, 55.
Just short yardage picked up. It's 2nd down and 8. Boy, there's a sweep around the the left side, and that's Cundy and Moronic, and he goes maybe for a couple of yards, but you ought to see if you look at the defense on the Falcons, they are crowding the line of scrimmage even by their safeties.
They are.
Now,
so we're going to be talking about the Bill Slades and Sons Trucking Player of the Game.
Well, I think at this point in time, no contest.
No, I agree. And you know what? For his bank of work over the last 3 weeks, there's no question in my mind that Mason Aarons is going to be that player.
Yeah, there's a pass, and that is to Calder Cundy with the big pickup. That picks up about 15 yards on a 1st down, and Bear River has got the ball on the Falcon 41-yard line. That's a good shot of Calder Cundy. He's a mainstay of the receiving corps for the Bruins now that Taylor has gone out.
You know, we got to also throw the Player of the Game award kudos up to Jake Green. I mean, it's rare when you get 3 touchdowns and you don't get the Player of the Game award. I mean, I'm going to have to find him on the field and apologize to that player and shake his hand. Jake Green has had one heck of a football game, as has Luke Baggett. I want to throw one out to Luke as well. Luke, you've played very, very well tonight, especially on defense. Very impressive play at quarterback.
Yeah, he's a gamer. There's no question about it. He's the leader of the team, the captain, and so he's out there to win, and especially to beat his old school. Another pass. Oh, and it's going to be tipped and just out of the reach of the secondary for the Colfax Falcons. That was number 50.
That was 58. That was
58,
Jacob Lahale. He was the one that caught the last interception. He was thinking he was going to get 2 tonight. He hasn't had 1 all season.
But, boy, he's come close.
5:56 left on the clock.
31-14. Bear River's got 3rd down and long again. Davis in motion. There's I don't know what that play was. I hadn't seen. That was that shuffle pass that didn't fool anybody on that front line of the Colfax Falcons.
That could have been intercepted,
oh,
Marty.
Yeah,
he threw that into a crowd.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and they doubt whether they're going to kick here.
Ashlock and Andrew Tejada on the stop. 4th down and 9.
So this is probably it for the Bruins here if they don't convert this first down. Three receivers out to the right, and let's see what they can find here. And he's going to run it up, but he's not going to get much room, and he's going to be brought down short of the first down, and it'll turn over on downs.
I'm not sure if that was a called play, but Baggett saw some room in the middle, thought he could get the first down, and just fell short.
Yep, they sure did. That'll be turnover on downs, and Falcons will have the ball again with 5:05 left. Bruins worked there's no school this week, and they worked. I had a night practice on Wednesday, and they practiced all week long, and they just can't seem to get it together when they play Colfax lately. And there's a handoff once again to Aarons, and he's stopped, maybe lost a yard on that.
Becker and Carpenter get him up.
Well, the Falcons have given up yardage big and touchdowns in the fourth quarter the last couple of weeks, but not this time. They stepped up, brought their A game tonight. And there's a sweep out to the left and stopping him, but he's still on his feet. He's going to get a first down. Unbelievable. What a run in there by Aarons again. They're going to wear him out here. Wow. Close to the first down. I think they might have gotten it. They had him stopped 6 yards back.
They did.
That'll bring up third down and short.
Third down and run.
There's a run, and Aarons again, and he's still. Well, they have a little extracurricular activity over there going on between Cundy and number 21 for the Falcons. That is Wolf. No flag was thrown.
No need for any of that either. And the coach is telling him over the sideline, Tony Martello isn't going to take any of that. It's been a good, clean ball game.
So with 3:56 and counting here, the first and 10 for the Falcons. They continue to keep the ball on the ground, running the clock and picking up big yardage. There's a cut back in the middle, still a spin move, still on his feet, 9-yard rush. Maybe he's going to get 10 out of that. No, they're going to say it's going to be short 9 yards. Wow. They had him stopped early, and
Aarons for about 9.
Aarons is just, you called it at the start of the game. Watch this young man, and he certainly has done a great job. Well, hand it to the Bear River fans. They're still here, as cold as it is and as down as many points as they are to this fine Colfax team. There's a hand up the middle again. They're going to bring him down. He's going to be, may have gotten the first down. Let's see. Nope. It'll be third down and short.
Down to 3 minutes here. Bear River is going to fall tonight. Like we talked about, though, in the pregame, they're in good shape to make the playoffs. Colfax, the one that desperately needed the win.
Yeah, Bear River just needs one more win out of the next 2 games against Center, but 2 good ball clubs, Center and Placer. I mean, that's not going to be easy.
No, they're going to have to dig one of those out.
Third down, another handoff again, and weaves his way in for a first down.
Left side's got enough for a first down near the
Aarons again. That's got to be about 36 run attempts for him tonight.
Before I go down on the field and grab him, we're going to come up with some kind of statistic. I'm sure he'll want to know.
Yeah, he'll be our Bill Sladen's son's player of the game tonight for Colfax, Mason Aarons. Number 5 with the dirtiest uniform on the field. And there's a handoff again, right side, and he drags a few Bear River Bruins for about 4 yards. Aarons again.
4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6.
Clock continues to run, 1:39. Bear River's not stopping it.
No, there's no reason to, Marty.
No, just let him finish it out. 31-14, 1:26 and counting, and they'll let the clock continue to run. It's Colfax is so now a timeout's going to be called before the 5-yard penalty, and there'll be a timeout Colfax call. And with timeout on the field, you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com. Welcome back to J. David Ramsey Stadium on the campus of Bear River High School. Closing minute of this fourth quarter in this ball game, and it's all Colfax tonight. There's a handoff again. He cuts to the right side. He's going to be close to the first down. Aaron's the ball carrier. Things all they need is in this game is Aarons to run the ball and then some passing by by the quarterback, and there's your ball game. So the clock continues to run, 48 seconds and counting, and this one is just about in the win column here for the Colfax Falcons, as our Bill Sladen Sons Player of the Game Award goes to Mason Aarons, number 5, and they're going to take a knee. That'll be it, as the Falcons come up big here. As the clock continues to run down, 19 seconds, and the Bruins head for the one side of the field, and the Falcons get ready to meet, and the Bruins in the center of the field. And final score here, Colfax Falcons 31 and your Bear River Bruins 14. And another well-fought ball game here between these two schools. This is the 31st year of their playing each other, I believe, and it might be the 32nd, but they shake hands, and we'll go down onto the field with the Player of the Game Award, the Bill Sladen Sons Player of the Game Award. Paul Brown and myself will be down there to award the trophy to Mason Aarons, number 5. So with the game done, 31-14, you're watching exclusive coverage of Bear River Bruin football on the NorCal Game of the Week at touchdownproductions.com.
Thank you, Doug. Saving the whole rodeo.
We're here at the Bill Slade Trucking and Sons Player of the Week award going to Mason Aarons tonight from the Colfax Falcon. And Gil, if you'll scan over here, you'll also see the entire Colfax team. But at the core of the team tonight, we chose one of many players that could have won this award tonight. Tonight, we're giving, because of a body of work over 3 weeks, the workhorse of the Colfax Falcons. It's Mason Aarons. This young man, here's the award. This is the Bill Slade's Trucking Player of the Game Award.
Thank you.
Mason, what's this mean to you tonight?
It means a lot. We just got to carry on for the rest of the season and go get center, right? Yeah. Center, yeah. And win all the rest of the games and hope to get a section champ.
You know, you've had 2 disappointing weeks, let's face it. The game against Placer was torn away from you in the 4th quarter, and then against Lincoln. How do you feel about this win tonight after those 2 losses? Those are tough losses.
Feels good. It was still lingering, those losses, but my line carried me through this game. I couldn't have done without them.
That's so true.
Open up some big holes.
Open up some big holes. So one more time tonight, your Bill Slade and Sons Trucking Player of the Game, Mason Aarons.
Thanks a lot, Paul, over here with Tony Martello. Tony, what a great win tonight here at Bear River.
It was a great win for us to come over here and play well in the second half. First half, we turned the ball over a few times, made a lot of mistakes, had a lot of penalties, but our kids showed a lot of resiliency and came back in the second half and played hard.
I think your kids have shown a lot of resiliency. 5-0 to start the season. A couple of tough games once you started the PVL. Yeah. But Bear River, you can take all the numbers and throw them out the window when it comes to you 2 guys playing.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's all about. It's 2 schools of equal size playing each other and battling out on the field. The other 2 games, I'm not sure that it was quite that way, not quite as even. But that's what it should be. What it was tonight was exactly what it should be. 2 teams fighting together that can compete against one another.
And I think you brought the whole town of Colfax with you.
Yeah, we've got tremendous community support. They love our kids, support the program. And, we're just happy to have them all here rooting us on. We can hear them in the background. It inspires the kids. It's awesome.
It is awesome, and the rivalry between you 2 guys, 31 years, 31 games.
It's been a long-time rivalry, and we've been playing them as soon as, as the school was built, and it'll continue.
It certainly will, and a big win tonight for the Colfax Falcons. One more, and that'll at least get you into the playoffs.
Absolutely. We got to get 1 more, and then we'll at least be in the playoffs. Absolutely. So that's where we're at. We're hoping to get 2 more, but we'll see how it goes.
Take them one at a time.
That's exactly right, Gil.
All right, Tony. Well, listen,
thanks
so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting us.
Got to go celebrate with the boys.
All righty.
Right, thank you.
There he is, Tony Martello, heading off the field, join the boys in the locker room where I guarantee you it is warmer in the locker room than it is out here on the field. Marty might have said it was only 46, but I'm telling you, it feels like 32. Guys, let's throw it back to you and wrap this thing up.
Thanks, Gil. It's a good interview with Tony. We don't get to talk to Tony very often. Tony Martello, the coach of the Colfax Falcons. This is our new statistician we've been talking about all night. Your name?
I'm Pat Austin. I take the stats for this game, and we had some amazing stats tonight. There's only 2 guys to really talk about, which would be the quarterback Hyman of Colfax, and of course Aarons, who got the player of the game. Aarons had 38 rushes for 257 yards. Hyman backed that up, going 15 for 22 and 239 yards passing with 4 touchdowns. And then 3 of those touchdowns went to Reeves. Just an amazing time to watch them play offense.
And also tonight we have Marty Mortensen. Marty, what's your thoughts about this game tonight?
Well, Bear River had practiced all week. They had a night practice on this field here. And it just, they were all fired up. But I got to admit, at the start of the season, I didn't think Colfax had the potential to do that. But boy, what they put a whipping on Bear River tonight, and it was the Bear River's got some work to do now in their next 2 games. So we'll have to see what happens if they can make it into the playoffs.
So before we turn into ice cubes here in California, this has been your NorCal Game of the Week, TouchdownProductions.com. We'll see you next week.